going on, guys? It is fucking Rider Nats here. Now, I was a bit sceptical about making this video today because, as you can see by the title, it's how to ride a geared motorbike, and I haven't ridden that long. I mean, I've only been on the road for probably just over a year myself, but I've been watching some videos on YouTube and that of other people doing it, and I'm thinking they're good and they get the points across, but there's other things that I'd like to say to upcoming riders and people that are buying a bike who've never even got on a bike before. So yeah, so this video is mainly me teaching you how to do it, showing you the controls, pulling away and stuff, and hope you get a better idea. So when you come to do your CBT, you go in there confident and with a bit of motivation under you. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy this fucking video. Let's get into it, mate. Okay, so obviously you're on your bike. The first thing you've got to do is you've got to learn your controls, where things are located, and all that other bollocks and shit. So I'm just going to briefly run you through it, of the controls and stuff, and you will be shown on this on your CBT. Don't worry, you'll be shown how to do fucking everything, but like I said, this is just to give you a sort of heads up. So we're going to start this side. So one of the most important features of this bike is the clutch, which is here. This is your clutch. Your left lever is the clutch. Your right lever here is your front brake. Not your back, your front brake. So you relatively use your front brake when you're coming to a dead stop. I wouldn't recommend using it to try and slow down. So throttle, the most important thing of the bike if you want to fucking go anywhere. Obviously twist and yeah, you fucking move. You've got full beams, you've got your horn, you've got your indicators. Obviously to go left, you go left. And then to cancel the signal, you just push the button in the middle. I believe all motorbikes have the same sort of gear indicator type thing. Obviously you go right, you click it, and then to stop it, push in the middle. So yeah, so obviously working our way down, on your right side, you will have your back brake, which is down here. That's your back brake. And obviously if you're riding a manual bike, down here, I'll take my helmet off. Down here is your gear indicator. So I will run through the gears with you just shortly, but you've got the gears, you've got your back brake, you've got your front brake, your clutch, and your accelerator. And that's mainly the parts you need to learn about it. I'm going to run you through the gears and the pattern it does. So at the moment it's in neutral. To go in first gear, it's one click down, a whole click down. So that means you're in first gear. So as you ride along, you need to change gear again, and it's a whole click up. Now it's very rare to go from first to neutral. I've only done it a few times. It's very rare. It doesn't really happen because obviously when you're riding, you automatically do a full click anyway. So from there, you're in second gear. So it's first down, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So it goes up like a ladder. And obviously, when you're in fifth gear and you just slow down, it's back down to the way it came. So it's like fifth, fourth, third, second, and then half a click neutral, and then first again. So that's mainly the gears. Well, that is the gears. So you can practice this and study it. I mean, there's other videos on YouTube that will probably give you a better fucking example of it. But that's how they work. They're all the same on pretty much all bikes. So yeah. So, my kickstand is down. So obviously the first thing you do is when you're starting up and getting ready to ride is make sure your kickstand is up. Some bikes won't let you start the engine with the kickstand down. Some won't let you go in first gear. Mine stalls in first gear when the kickstand's down. So on this bike we don't have a kill switch, and obviously a kill switch would be on the side where your front brake is. It literally kills the engine, and then when you want to start you flick it on, then do the ignition. With this one, I don't have it. It's literally just key on and off. So Gonna put it in. So your ignition's on. Make sure you got everything sort of ready and, you know, have a little check around you, surroundings and stuff before you pull away or anything. Now, I am going to mention now, I'm not wearing any gloves. I understand that. When you're learning, please, and I mean please wear gear. I've had an accident before, and trust me, it sucks fucking dick. But, I mean, it's a hot day, I feel comfortable, you know, but I don't recommend anyone starting out to ride without fucking gloves on. Please be safe and wear your gear. So, we're in neutral at the moment, so I'm going to start the bike up with, now it depends what bike you've got. If you've got a fucking old school one, it'd be a kickstart, but most bikes now are all, you know, like electric start, so you just press the button. I always hold the clutch in for these moments. I don't have to, but I always like to hold the clutch in. I don't know, it's just something I do. So, clutch in, and then hold start button. And then let the clutch out. So, the bike's running, we're in neutral, so now we need to learn how to pull away. So remember what I was talking about, the gears, how I said one click down. So first of all of anything, make sure you look around, because in your CBT they will ask you to do your, obviously your hazard perception and all that shit, and literally your lifesaver where you've got to look left and right over your shoulders. You must do that in every situation, trust me. So check your mirrors and all that shit, yeah, cool. So, first gear. So, clutch in, all the way in, and then stamp on your first gear. Not hard, but give it some boot. So, first gear. Now we're in first. So, clutch is in. We're not moving anywhere because the clutch is in. So now, into your biting point of your bike. So, don't touch the throttle just yet. Just going to let the clutch out very, very slowly until you start hearing the bike making like a whining sound, like it wants to go. So here we go. So clutch out slowly. So you hear that? So look, the bike's moving, and that's just clutch. That's not me. So clutch in. When you get to that point, then you use throttle, and then you can you slowly let off the clutch. Then you're onto the throttle. You don't have to worry about the clutch until you have to change gear. So, I'll give you a brief example. So, revs, you're going to want about 4,000 revs. 4,000 revs, let the clutch out very slowly, and then keep the throttle on, and then you're away. So now let the clutch out completely, clutch is out, and now it's just all throttle from here. It's simple, so simple. Now, if you want to change gear, you put a bit more rev, you hold the clutch in, let off the throttle and pull up. So like this. A very, very simple and quick motion. But make sure you skip neutral and lift it up a bit harder than you normally would. That'll put you into second. So now we're in second gear. So now we're going to come to a stop. We'll do like a little U-turn. So slow down, no matter what gear you're in. Back brake, clutch in, keep the clutch in, and weave it round like a bike, like a bicycle. Use your feet and all sorts. So I'm still in second gear. I'm just going to put it in neutral. Bang. There you go. When you're coming to a stop, you don't have to go from third, second, fucking first gear. When you're coming to a stop, just clutch it in, park your bike up, and then put it into gear. It's that simple. So I'm going to explain in some more detail from gear changes. Now, you see me do it rapidly and all that, because I know what I'm doing, so I do it really quick. And the idea is to not do it as quick and not to be so harsh on the throttle. And I'll explain what I do that's not particularly right. But anyway, let's go through the gears. So we're in first gear. I'm going to briefly explain it while I'm on stand, and then I'll run you through it on the bike. So So we're in first gear, we've got the throttle on. We're coming up to change gear. So let's go, we're going from first to second. So, clutch in, throttle up like that, and then you're down here with your gear and you pull up. So you flick up one. Now, if you flick up hard, you won't hit into neutral, I promise you. But if you do go into neutral, the bike will just rev its bollocks off. Don't panic, just hold the clutch in, find your gear, keep the revs down and go on from there. It's not a big deal. I mean, if you're at a set of traffic lights in the city and it's busy, it could be a problem. Someone might go into the back of you. So it's always important you get your first and second gear spot on out of traffic. So, like I said, so we're in first gear, we're moving, clutch in, throttle up, and then you change gear, clutch out and back on the throttle. That simple. When you're coming back onto the throttle, don't fucking like pin it. I mean, that's what I do, but just keep it enough so it's nice and smooth. I'll do it anyway, so here we go. So first gear, gonna pull away. So you're coming out now. Want a nice smooth gear change, a bit more faster than this. We're gonna go clutch in, up, and like that. So watch my hands on the camera. Ready? So here we go, I'm gonna go from third. Going to a stop, I'm just going to clutch it. I'm in fourth gear, don't need to change down. I'm coming to a stop, I'm just going to change down when I'm on standstill. And there we go, and put it back in neutral. So obviously when you're coming to like a dead stop and you're parking up, don't worry about going from like fifth, fourth, third, second and gears. When you're coming to a stop, just hold the clutch in, roll up, nice and smooth, and then when you're at a dead stop, then put your bike into gear. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's so much fucking easier. So yeah. So now I'm going to teach you a sort of U-turn movement. Now this road is fucking shit. It's all bumpy, it's all like uphill, downhill, like lots of potholes and stuff. When you do your CBT, you should be on a nice surface, like a nice car park, fresh tarmac and all that shit. So this will be one of your manoeuvres, is a U-turn. This can be quite hard for people because they do it the wrong way. And literally it is very, very simple to do it. So obviously look around you, make sure there's absolutely no traffic at all while doing a U-turn, because you're going to be in a road for at least maximum 10 seconds. So you need to make sure there's nothing coming, and if there is something coming, don't panic, just take your time, they will wait, and you move at your own accord. Do not panic, that's the thing. When you're on a motorbike, if you panic, don't ride, get off, have a break. Because if you panic while riding, that's what's going to cause you to crash. Keep your keep your nerves calm, and you should be all right. So, U-turn, kind of U-turn. So we ain't got a very wide road here. I think I'll be able to make it in one. So what I'm going to do, same principle as always. Obviously, I'm on a bit of a downhill now, so if I let go, I'm going to fall back. So I'm going to keep my front brake held here. Right, clutch in, first gear, foot on the back brake, so I'm not moving. Right. Bars to where you want to go. Not full lock because it's quite hard to get the clutch and all that stuff. So look around you. All I'm going to do is pull away slowly while the bars are turned. So here we go. Clutch out, bit of throttle. Now I'm going to mention, so I'm going to do that again. So I forgot to mention that. When you do the U-turn, you want to keep your strong foot, so which way you're turning, on the floor. So you're using it as a guide. So your front foot, or the foot you're leaning to, needs to be using on the floor as like a stepping stone type thing, so you can move the bike easier. Don't put both feet on doing a U-turn at 5 miles an hour because you ain't going to balance. So you need to keep your feet down to balance. So, well, only one foot, and that's the one you're leaning to. So I'll do it again. So clutch in, bit of revs, 4,000 revs, just pull away nice and slow. Keep the bars turned, keep your foot rolling. Keep it up, and there you go, put your feet on, and there you go. is that simple to get used to the controls and the functions of a motorbike. So I'm going to put it back in neutral, and there we go. So I'm going to talk over more gears. So I'm going to show you again. So what we're going to do, this time it's a bit of an uphill start, not as bad. So I forgot to mention, when you are pulling away, keep your foot either on your front brake, well actually no, not your front brake, keep your foot on your back brake to keep the bike dead still. When you start to pull away, let your foot off the brake slowly, and then you obviously move, and then you're good from there. So, another thing as well, if you feel like you're going to throttle it and you pull off and you go fucking like that, pull the clutch in. Do not keep your hand down on the accelerator, because that's how you're just going to crash and eat shit and look like a fucking twat. So, whenever you get in times in trouble and you need to come to a dead stop, clutch in and brake. Don't matter what gear you're in, clutch in and brake. So, let's do this again. So, we're in neutral. We're going to hold the clutch in. We're going to go first gear, which is one click down. Look around you, look at your mirrors, lifesaver and all that. Make sure you do it, it's important. And then we're going to let out the clutch slowly with some throttle. So, give it 4,000 revs. Clutch out. Give it more revs. And there you go. Simple, really. Let's try a little wheelie. Woo. We'll do another one, fuck it. Yeah! So, first gear, we're going to go from first to second, so... Clutch in and work your way like a bicycle, and there you go. Right, main things with downshifts are they're the same. It's the same thing as upshifting. There's a car coming, so I'm just going to pull over here. Just pull here, mate. So, with downshifts, throttle up, clutch in, and then go down. Obviously, with upshifts, throttle up, clutch in, and change up. It's the same concept for everything. Here's a car, mate. So, that briefly explains the downshifts. It is the same pattern as upshifts, but instead of going up, you're going down gear, so you're going down the ladder. It is the same thing, obviously you're going down, not up. So, that's mainly it for going off, setting off, and starting. Now, I won't go into all the hill starts and stuff, because on hill starts, you've just got to keep your back brake down firm, and you've got to give it a lot more revs and let the clutch out a bit more quicker. But they go through everything with you on your CBT. So like I said, this video is just to give you an idea of what to do and sort of get your brain around the controls, the gears, and get used to the sort of actions that I'm doing on my bike. Obviously if you can copy what I do, that's good. If you're taking it in. So yeah. So I hope that gives you an idea, I mean, of what to do. I mean, I haven't really got the best equipment to film this type of video. I mean, I can't really get into full detail, but I'm hoping that it gives you an idea of what you would have to do if you was planning on getting a bike and obviously doing your CBT and stuff, because, I mean, CBT instructors, they're fucking quality. They go through it all with you, and obviously you can't really fail them, but they won't let you out on the road, or they won't pass you until they feel that you are 100% comfortable. And normally, well, 90% of the time, they will stay for longer just to get you on the road and stuff. So don't panic if this video don't really help at all. I mean, it probably won't, and I do apologise because I can't, you know, I'm giving you an idea of what it is, but like I said, I haven't got the best equipment and shit to film this and stuff. So, but yeah, I hope that gives you a good idea. So I'm going to fuck off down there. Probably try some wheelies. Yeah. So yeah, guys, hope you like this video. Give it a fucking thumbs up, mate. A comment, and actually in the comment section, let me know, like, you know, let me know some stuff about it. Obviously, if it helped, if it didn't help, what I could do better, and all that shit, because that helps me. So yeah, and above all, make sure to fucking subscribe, mate. See you later, mate. See you in the next fucking video. Yeah.